So hello everyone. So in this video we are going to talk about let and where keyword. Okay. So what is difference between let and what and var where? So what is difference between these two keywords? Okay, and there is one more keyword that is constant. So we will discuss in the next video. Okay. So first let's discuss about only let and where. Okay, so what is difference between where and let, and how it why this is required let, and where do we need to use where do we need to use let. Okay, so I think that once ECMA script ES6 version released. Okay, so in that after that, ES6 ECMAScript 6 version, the let and constant variable keyword was introduced. Okay, and before ECMAScript 6, okay, that was only where keyword which was used. Okay, so why ECMAScript introduce let and constant. Okay, so first let's discuss difference between let versus where. Okay, so here you can see that we have made a table. Okay, and then we try to differentiate between let and where. Okay, so before that, in the previous video we have discussed about the variables, what is the variables. Okay, and how to declare the variables. Okay, what is the use case of variable. Okay, what is the declaration, what is the definition. Okay, what is the difference between declaration and definition. Okay, what is the how many types of how many types of variable, local variable, global variable. Okay, so before this, anyone if you watching this video, so before this video we need you need to watch uh, variable related to variable related to variables video. Okay, so that you can get a clear what is the use case of, what is the difference, how many types of variables are given by the JavaScript. Okay, so now let's move to the discuss about the let and where. Okay, so let that is the also JavaScript the case sensitive. Okay, if you are using the capital L, okay, or capital V to declare the variable, so it will throw the error. Okay, so you need to take care of that. Okay, so that is because JavaScript is case sensitive. So if you use a capital LET, then the JavaScript controller cannot understand what is a LET. Okay, capital LET. Okay, so you need to use a small LET and a small var to declare the variables. Okay, so let. Okay, so let we have already differentiate between this. Let is a blocked scope. Okay, and where is a function scope. So what is the difference between blocked scope and function scope? In the previous video already discussed. Okay, but we will discuss and with in this video and with the uh, example. Okay, how it shall differentiate between that. Then second point, let keyword are not hosted and where keyword are hosted. Okay, so hosting concept we will discuss in the next video. Okay, and once we will try to execute the to let and where between. Once we try to explain with example let and where. So in that time we will discuss what is the hosting concept. Okay, little bit but more information we will get in the next video. Okay, and then third point, let keyword should be declared first before you. Okay, so you can understand here, if you suppose you want to use variable let keyword, so you can declare the first variable and then variable you can use that. Okay, And here where keyword due to hosting concept not need to declare the first before. Here let redeclaration is allowed, but redeclaration is not allowed. Okay, so that is the difference between that let and what. So let's discuss with examples so we can get clearly. Okay, so let's move to the Chrome. Okay, and then open the console. So we have opened the console. Okay, and now let's discuss first point. Okay, let means it is blocked scope. Blocked scope means here blocked scope means suppose here we try this is a block. Okay, this is a block. Okay, curly braces start from here and from here. So let is a blocked scope. So let declare one variable delete and take a number and you be here number is equal to 10. Okay, so what we are doing, let keyword we are using to declare a variable. Okay, and then and we try to define the number variable with values of 10. Okay, so here we are declaring and defining both. Okay, so let number one number is equal to 10. Okay, then debug console.log and then number plus. Okay, so let is a block scope. Okay, here we have defined that let is a block scope. Now let's execute this. So you can see here the we defined let number is equal to 10 and console the number. But might be that you can think, okay, what is the block scope? What is difference between that? Okay, so let's understand with second example. So here we have defined what we are saying, let variable is a blocked scope. So let number is equal to 10 and console and then we are trying to access outside of the block. Okay, so let print this. Now execute, then now execute it. So yes, so you can see here on caught reference error number is not defined at line number 524 column. Okay, so you can understand here that what the JavaScript controller is doing, that let number is equal to 10, console log number is equal to printed number is equal to 10, and this console dot log through the number is not defined. Why? We have declared inside the block. Okay, inside the block using let keyword that is not able to access outside. Okay, so you can understand here let is a blocked scope. Whatever you have defined inside the block using let keyword, you cannot use outside of the block. Okay, so that is the meaning of let is a blocked scope. So where is a function scope? Okay, so let's discuss here. We function sum. So let number 1 is equal to 10. Let number 2 equals to 10. Then let sum equals to number 1 plus number 2 and then console.log and print sum plus sum. Okay, so now we are discussing about where now where is a function scope. Okay, yeah. Okay, So here you can see that where is a function scope. So first let's execute this one. So from where function start from here and ending here. Okay. Now, so okay, we have not called the function, so it's not executed. Only now calling. Okay. So here you can see that number 1, number 2 and sum 10, 10 plus 20, 20 we are getting sum is equal to 20. Okay. So what you cannot understand now? What is the function scope? Inside the function is at starting curly braces or ending curly braces, that whatever the variable you are using to define where keyword, okay, that will be accessed anywhere inside the function. Okay, so from this example you are not able to understand. Let's explain with other example. Okay, so go to the function sum. Okay, and let's let's function make example if true. True is a boolean value. Okay, and so remove this one. Okay, remove this one. Okay, and now try to access number 1. Okay, that you can understand clearly now. Okay, so let's execute sum. So what will be output? You can think. Function var number 1 is equal to 10, console log num is equal to 10. Okay, so again we defined that where keyword is a function scope, but you did not understand, right? Because we have declared inside the block and accessing. So let's use the third example to understand clearly. So here now we are doing console here. So what will be the output? What will be the value here and what will be the value here? So you can assume, because now this is a perfect example to understand the function scope. Okay, you can see number 1 undefined, number 3, 4 is equal to 10. Why? Why this number is printing 30 in the year? We are defining inside the block. If true is equal to inside the block, we have defined the number 1, but we are able to access here outside of the if block. Why? Because this is the where keyword in the function scope. What in the function where we have used the where keyword to declare and to define the variable that can be used anywhere inside the function, so that we have calling we are calling where keyword is a function scope. So where is a function scope and let is a blocked scope. We cannot access outside of the block. Here let's understand the example blocked scope. In the same example, console. Okay, and if true, let number is equal to 10, and now try to execute outside of the if block. So what will be? It will throw an error, because let is a blocked scope that cannot be accessed outside of the if block. We are trying to access outside of the if block here, console number 3, 4 number, so that so might be confused that this one is executed or this one executed. Okay, so let's change the number. Okay, number. Okay, only num here num 3, so you can clearly get. Okay, might be some people can confuse. Okay, number 3 4 number 3 4 which one is it now let's see. So you can understand here now the number one defined and we are printing here let and we are trying to access outside of the block if block, so that is throwing error. You can understand here uncaught reference error number one is not defined where we have column number 7 row number 25, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 and column number not 25. So that is a function scope and that is a block scope and that is a function scope. Whatever the variable we are defining here using where keyword that can be accessed here. Okay, but whatever the we are using the let keyword you cannot access here because that is the block level where keyword is the function level scope. So you can understand. Okay, so if you have any doubt any questions you can comment on that comment box. Okay, so now the go to the second point, let keyword are not hosted where keyword are hosted. Okay, in the same example we can explain here. So we are defining that where keyword where keyword can be accessed outside of the block or where keyword is a function scope. Okay, so why the where keyword number one is accessing here. Okay, why? Yeah, outside of the block because that is the hosting concept. Whatever the variable you are declaring or defining anywhere in the function, that hosting concept introduce the top of the function. Okay, so what JavaScript controller what will do, the where will check. Okay, the controller will check. Okay, where number one. Okay, there is a variable using where. Okay, so that will declare internally, sorry, that will declare internally like here where number one colon. Okay, and default value will be undefined here. Okay, so internally that will define here due to the hosting concept. Okay, so that is the where keyword are hosted, where keyword are hosted. So hosting concept, due to the hosting concept we are able to access number one here but defined inside the if block. Okay, so now let's execute. So you are calling here sum. So first number one is undefined. Okay, I have already discussed now. Due to the hosting concept, the JavaScript controller what will do, it will declare the top of the function so that we are able to access number one, but value should be not initialized. Okay, value should where you have declared defined that where that the value should be initialized. Okay, so here number one is declared internally by the JavaScript controller but not defined, so that we are getting undefined. Number one is equal to undefined, and then if true, yes, number one, then number 3 4 is equal to here the number one is defined, so that number 3 4 printing 10, and then where keyword is the function scope, so that it is accessing outside of the function. So num is equal to 10, here num is equal to 10 because here is the defining, here is the internally declaring. So for the hosting concept this is printing undefined, here we have already defined, so 10 we are printing num 3, and here we have already uh, discussed that the where keyword is a function scope. So function scope, so due to the function scope number one printing 10 because already defined above the inside the if block. Okay, but due to hosting concept we are able to access here. Okay, but let keyword is not hosted. Okay, so why let's here let. So let's discuss with let. Okay, so let we have declared here and the let keyword is the blocked scope, so that we are not able to access outside of the block. So comment here, but for the hosting we need to keep like this. Okay, so let keyword are here. We have mentioned that let keyword are not hosted, where keyword are hosted. So we have already discussed the where keyword are hosted due to so that we are getting able to access here, and we are getting undefined value. And let's check that let keyword are not hosted. So let number one is equal to 10, and then debug. We got the error on the first line. Okay, line number one, line number two, line number two, row number 26, that is defined, number one is not defined. Why? Number, if we are using the where keyword, number one is printing undefined, but we are using the let keyword, we are getting undefined. Due to the hosting concept, if we are using a where, so that value should be declared, not defined, should be declared internally by the JavaScript controller in the app top of the function. Okay, and let keyword, if you are using the let keyword, so let keyword is not supporting hosting concept, so that here let keyword are not hosted, where keyword are hosted. Let keyword is blocked scope, where keyword is a function scope. So that we have discussed the 2 point. Let third point, let keyword should be declared first before use. Okay, so what we are doing, we are, suppose here, if we are using let keyword here, we defined let keyword. First we are accessing number one, then we are declaring and defining number one. So what will be the output? We have mentioned here that let keyword should be declared first before use. So but we are you getting first and declaring and defining after, then what? We are getting error, cannot access number one. Let keyword is the block level scope, but before use, first we need to declare or define. Okay, so that this is the error, cannot access now before initializing. Now, so that point, let keyword should be declared first before use. So what do we need to do? We need to do, first we need to define, and then we need to sorry, we need to define first, and then we can use. Okay, so that you can get here. So that is the message, let keyword should be declared first before use. But where keyword, suppose we we have declared here var, and now we are trying to access. So we have already discussed hosting concept. Due to the hosting concept, whatever the variable where keyword where we are using, that variable should be internally declared on the top of the function by the JavaScript controller. So due to that, we are able to here access, but only JavaScript controller will be declared. It should not be defined. Okay, now let's get here. So you can get here number one undefined. But if we are using let, so we are JavaScript controller throwing error. So this is the defining. Let keyword should be declared first before it, but due to the hosting concept, it should not. Due to the hosting concept, not need to declaration first before use. Okay, so that where keyword is defining on top of the declaring the top of the function, and then so that we are able to access here. But let keyword we are not able to access here. If you want to access here, so first let keyword you to define or declare first before. Redeclaration is allowed and redeclaration is not allowed. Okay, so what is difference between let keyword in the let keyword redeclaration is allowed, but for where keyword redeclaration is not allowed. What is the meaning of that? So let's understand the example here. So suppose we define number 1 is equal to 20. Okay, and if true, so number 1 printed here, and let's define same inside the block. So let console number 1 here. So what will be the value here, and what will be the value here, and what will be the value here? So what will be the output for number 1 and number 2 console? So here would be this value 20, and now let this is a local scope, but if you are using number 1, so we need to discuss first and then you can use, but we have declared here na, so that the controller comes here, they will check okay there is no variable declared, so it will use number 1 here and then check number 1, okay that is a function is block level scope, so here number 2, okay number 1, so it will print 10. Okay, okay, what happened? Cannot access number. Okay, sorry. It is the block level scope, na? So you will treat it as okay, no, not able to access. Okay, so suppose, yeah, okay, and this is a perfect example. Okay, so here number 1 is printing 10, here number 2 is equal to 10 and number 1 is equal to 20. Okay, this is the block level scope, and this is the for this number 1 is the this block. Okay, and for this number 1 should be this block. Okay, so redeclaration is allowed. So if you are using the let keyword, so redeclaration is allowed. You can use in the multiple curly braces, but value will be different. Okay, now you can see here number 1 is equal to 10, means number 2 10, and number 1 this one is equal to 20. Okay, so that this is defining redeclaration is allowed. Redeclaration is allowed. Okay, let's understand with where keyword redeclaration is not allowed means what. Okay, in this example you can understand now. If we are using this, okay, same variable name is same, number 1 number 2, but we are trying to access here. So what is that? We are printing 10. Okay, but we are outside of this block, we are printing 20 because this is treated, the reference ID would be different from this variable. Reference ID should be different for this number 1, and here this for this number 1 variable the reference ID would be different. Okay, so that we are able to access here, but if you do not use this one, this let declaration, so what will this, it will get this one. Okay, and then the value should be 10 and here value should be 10, so you can get 10 10. But if you define here let, if you define here let, so difference ID would be different, so that it will be facilitate with different reference ID. Okay, so that we are getting number 2 equal to 10 number 2. If you are not using let here, so that means you are defining overriding the num1 with 10 values, and so that here number 1 is 10 and here number 1 is 10. Okay, so that is the redeclaration. Okay, a variable means redeclaration is not allowed means what here. Okay, so you have declared here where number 1 is equal to 20, here where number 1 is equal to 10. We are using to define that, but we have already discussed where is the function scope, well support hosting concept. So due to the hosting concept, whatever the variable we are using with same name, so that would be declared by the JavaScript controller on the top. Okay, so what will be the value here? We are defining here 20, but we are overriding the value. The reference ID should be same assigned by the JavaScript controller. Okay, so that number one is not treated the different from this variable. It will be override by the 10. Okay, so console number 2 is equal to 10 here, number 1 is equal to 10 here. So you can see here. Okay, so that is the means redeclaration is not allowed. Means what if you are redeclaring inside the if block, but it is not treating the different variable, it is treating the same variable, and it the value 20 is override with 10. So that is the difference. Redeclaration is not allowed with where, but in the let keyword is redeclaration is allowed. Means let here you are and let here, so that will value coming 10 here and here getting 20. Okay, because JavaScript controller assigned here different reference ID, and here will be difference if you are using the let. Okay, so that is the actual difference between let and sum. So that if that video is going to helpful, this video is little bit long. Okay, so no problem. Okay, because the explanation is taking too much time, so no problem. So uh, if this video is going to helpful for you, so you can like and comment in the comment box, and you can, if you found helpful, so you can comment the kind words in the comment box. Okay, and if you have any doubts, any questions, so you can also add in the comment box. Okay, so thank you so much. Bye.